Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is Tuesday the 19th of July. It is now 8 p.m, so it is now the evening. This is basically a little prep update. You're gonna have to excuse the absolute sweaty state of me. I'm fairly sure, the hottest day of the year so far. We've hit probably 30-degree heat. And I've decided I'm definitely not a summer baby, even though I was born in May. I hate it. This is too warm for me. I want the rain. I want the winter. I'm very sorry to be like a depressant at the beginning, but this is too hot. Even this is 8 p.m. sun, and I cannot find a good setup. So excuse the sweat. I've had a nice cold shower this morning, and I've had a cold bath this evening, so we're just gonna roll with it. Anyway, prep update. So I am officially, as of Sunday, 10 weeks out. So I'm now 9 weeks and 5 days out, which is very scary to say, from my first bikini competition, which is the 25th of September, and that is the PCA First Timers in Birmingham. I'm buzzed. I'm starting to get into that area of prep where you get prep brain. Now, prep brain is a very fun thing, definitely not, but it is part of bodybuilding. You're gonna have to excuse this sweaty mess, in and out, in the shade, we're gonna roll with it, sort of, hopefully. So prep brain is definitely an interesting experience so far. It's not been too bad up till about now. Prep brain is essentially where you start to feel like you're not good enough, basically. You want more, constantly hungry for more definition, hungry for more fat loss, hungry for more, basically, constantly striving for better. Essentially, striving for better is not a bad thing, and when you've got a coach, it makes everything a lot easier, as they will tell you where to go and what to do next each week. Which is very, very useful when it comes down to prep brain. Luckily, I have a great relationship with my coach, very trusting, backwards and forwards. I open up, she helps me, blah, blah, blah. Get a coach. We love them. My partner's obviously a bodybuilder as well. He's recently competed in my last video, and he is also competing. So we are both now, well, he's going into prep, I think, next week. So we will be prepping together again for a little while. He's got into the British finals PCA from his last show, and that is basically what I'm striving for. I want to get an invite to the bloody finals. Everything is crossed. I cannot do any more than my best. I cannot bring anything better than what I can bring. As long as I'm ticking my boxes daily, putting the hard work in, doing every single training session to the best of my capability, not going over calories, making sure everything is on top. Recovery is important, sleep's important, it's all important at this stage. Focus is strong, and we're getting on with it. So, prep brain, gone over that. I'm starting to get into this cycle for the last week where I'm struggling to get to sleep. But once I'm off, I'm asleep and I'm all good. But then I wake up quite early and I'm hungry. Believe it or not, I'm starting to get quite hungry now. This vlog is not to be moany or anything. I know what I was getting myself in for, and it's my first prep, so they're all new experiences. Now, something which I very underestimated is my love for food. I love food. The off season made me think that I didn't love food, but yeah, no, I definitely love food. I love eating out. I love the experience of eating out, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things I miss at the moment. I could go out, but it really just isn't the same. I do miss going out, but I do love bodybuilding. So it's, I know once this prep is over, I can go back to how things were, and I can go into my long off season and I can just do what I want while working towards my goals. I know I want to get bigger. For me personally, I do actually miss having that extra bit of body fat percentage going. I miss having a bit more I do miss it. My journey has been long and my goals have forever been changing. But my main goal since I was about 18 was to actually put size on. I got myself through my stomach problems down to about 7 stone, I think was my lowest. And ever since that day, I've worked my ass off to get in to a healthier position and to actually put some decent size and weight and actual muscle mass on. So far, it's paid off, but we'll see what happens next. So I'm ready for my long off season. That will be the next step, probably a 2 to 3 year off season where I can actually really grow some decent size. So I'm in a bit of a weird place. It's normal in prep, to be honest. You always want better, you always want more. You know what you can do next time in your off season to make it better. You're thinking of the future, but I am in it and I want a place in. Ideally, you always want a place in. I'd love an invite to the finals. I think that would absolutely nail my year off and I'd be a very happy bean. But we're just going to bring what we can. Posing is actually in a fairly good place. I'm pretty happy with my posing. There's definitely tweaks. There's always tweaks to be made. A lot of practice to be done. I'm starting to practice daily and try and actually seriously nail it now. I'm going to book in a posing session with Phoebe, and she is based at Ultraflex Rotherham, where my coach is pretty much based as well. So I'm going to do a good old round day trip, I think, in August, potentially at the beginning. I've not decided on a date yet, but that'd be really good just to get that nailed and ticked off. Now, my training hasn't actually taken too much of a hit. It was starting to take a hit, quite bad, but then obviously I went and watched my partner's show and that really lit the fire in my belly, and I was like, enough is enough of this pushing weight A to B like a lightweight. We need to nail the heavy weights, we need to get on with it, and we need to train hard. That is what I've been doing every day since, and it's working and it's paying off, and we are getting some new PBs. I'm not expecting much in performance wise, as in new PBs every session. I just want to stabilise what I have got, and if I can reach a little bit more, it's an absolute bonus. Training is going pretty well. I'm actually quite happy. I'll insert some videos either now or at the end.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 live, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead.
Food, calorie wise, to be honest, I would not say my deficit's too harsh in the slightest. But I am feeling it. And this week, coach was like, oh, I'm just going to make a very small change and you won't feel it. I am kind of feeling it. She took the beloved rice out. I do miss it. I'd started to make my 40 grams of rice into a bit of risotto, so it really filled out with lots of water. It has gone now, but what can you do? We're just going to work and push hard every day. I think she's pushing me ahead of the game, so then we can nicely cruise into the show. Now I have to say I'm really struggling with this heat. My period's just arrived, I'm on day 2, so I'm very happy. The hormones and everything else, the cycle is still running as it should be. Very happy in a weird way to actually have it. Bodybuilding can sometimes affect it, especially very deep into prep. It has hit me hard this time. The hormones have come in with full of vengeance. My body temperature has naturally risen. So with this little heat wave on top, I'm sweltering. I can't cool down, which is very aggravating. I've had a lot of cramps and I felt a bit rubbish, but I had a training session today and we just got on with it. Just get through it. That's just what you need to do. Now, with my hypermobility, the main thing has been in this deficit and prep so far are my shoulders. My shoulders keep wanting to pop out of place. Now, I say keep wanting to be fair, they've only done it 2 or 3 times in the last few weeks, which is really, really good going, and I'm actually really happy that they've stabilised themselves enough. There was concerns at the beginning of prep, especially from my sports therapist I've been seeing for a while, and bounced it back off coach, that I would not have enough in the delt area to actually support the shoulder in the socket, in the joint. Luckily, they've held themselves so far with only a couple of times popping out, and usually my partner's on hand to just pop them back in. That has been the only thing that's been very aggravating, and to be honest, it has made upper body sessions quite painful. I say painful, it's more like uncomfortable, where you should be feeling that muscle engagement. It's more just achiness. It's a bit uncomfy in certain areas. But today's session was probably one of the best upper body sessions I've actually ever had. We woke up, was in a great mood. I was ready to train. I was ready to hit PBs today. I woke up and was like, no, today we're going to smash it. Then I did my cardio. I had my pre-workout bagel, which I still have, and I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful for. And then I obviously got ready, and then we hit the gym, chugged my pre-workout, and off we went. And it was actually a really, really good session. One of the best I think I've ever had on upper body days. So that put me in a great mood, I have to say. That has been the only concern of prep, is my hypermobility. It's held itself so far, and to be honest, I shouldn't say it, but even if it did get worse, I'm not sure I would pull out. I've done 10 weeks already. I think it's 10 weeks. 10 weeks already on prep, and I wouldn't want to give up. I wouldn't want to give up now. I'm in too deep. Basically. Oh my god, I'm so shiny. We're glowing. We're glowing. We are glowing. We love it. Energy levels, I have to say, I want to say they've not been that bad, because I have been feeling worse at like about 3 weeks ago. I know my energy levels seriously dipped, and the deeper you get into prep, the more deficit you're in, the higher energy expenditure is, so you're going to feel it somewhere. I could say that I felt amazing today. Obviously I'm on my period, so my energy levels are dipping naturally anyway. I did nap today. Naps are kind of becoming a daily thing where I can fit them in. I wouldn't say that they're too bad this week. I'd say last week they're definitely worse, but that's because of my PMS, so it was starting to kick in. Naturally they're not you know, they're all right. They're manageable at the moment. I know my coach, Megatron, has some deload weeks, at least 1 or 2 deload weeks planned before stage. So I look forward to them. I think one of the biggest things I have taken from this prep so far is to appreciate and love, this can sound cheesy, but to appreciate and love your body at all stages. Doesn't matter what you're doing, a bulk in the off season, a calorie deficit, doesn't matter what you're doing. Learn to love your body in each stage. Learn to love the process. The process is the fun part. You know, by the end of my off season, I've been doing it for about 1.5 years in an off season, and I'd had enough. But I'd never been through a full prep like this sort of thing I'm doing now. And now I know when I go into my next off season, I'm going to be in the much better position. I'm going to appreciate every single mouthful I eat. Going to appreciate the process of bulking in the off season a lot more. I know what I'm going to get out of it. I know how to get my best out of them as well. I did have a couple of months with coach in a off season / bulk sort of area, so I know we're building up that relationship where she knows what works well for my body. We both know how it's going to respond to different things. So it's quite exciting knowing that once I get out of this prep, once I've done my competitions this year, then we're good to go and we're going to just grow. But yes, just a little reminder for self-appreciation, no matter what stage you're going through, because throughout your whole life, your body is going to change. So you've got to learn to love it in every single angle, every single lighting, every single phase of your life. You've got to love it. It's the thing that you've got to keep you going. Anyway, this got very deep. I hope some of this makes sense. Prep brain is a real thing as well, as in I forget stuff. I can't get my words out properly. I get things muddled up and it's really aggravating. What can you do? My clients are very forgiving, which is very nice. So the lighting is now completely changed. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you don't mind this sort of chatty vlog. It's just a little bit of a prep update. I thought I'd update you all at 10 weeks out officially. I'm going to try and make this more of a weekly thing. To be honest, I've been up and down a little bit. I went through a little bit of a weird phase and I didn't want to share anything of my prep. And that's mainly been for like the last few weeks. I don't know why, it just suddenly kicked in that I don't want to share anything. I don't want to share any of my check-in pictures, don't want to share any of my posing. It's a bit weird. It's like a little switch just flicked. Now I feel like I'm ready to share bits and pieces again, which is quite exciting. So I definitely want to be able to share them more with you guys, at least do these sort of prep updates with a few little snapshots hopefully thrown in as well. So yes, I'll try and do these weekly. I'll try my very best to do these weekly now. 10-week mark is kind of where the fun kicks in. We should be seeing a lot more definition come in. We should be seeing the body take a bit more of a shape, ready for stage. You'll see the drying out process. You see a bit of a carb up, hopefully, Meg. Hopefully a little bit of a refeed will kick in at some point. Training, I'm still going to give it all. I'm going to give it my all. For me, training is my outlet. I absolutely love my training. It's one of the best parts of it for me. It's why I'm so passionate about it all. I love the lifestyle that I live. I love the bodybuilding lifestyle. I've enjoyed the process so far. Yeah, you have harder days, but it pays off and it will all be worth it, especially for stage and in the future as well. Thank you so much for watching. I did a complete ramble just then and I hope to catch you in the next one.